Welcome to my preppy, survivally, bug out vehicle, shelf stable food experiment. So I've looked at people with buckets of food in America that they just stick in a cupboard and don't really think about, and it makes no sense to me to store food just for the sake of storing food. I think you need to rotate and eat the food that you have, so that if there's a flood or a cyclone or a fire or whatever it is that you're worried about, if that happens, there's not this major upheaval in your diet. There is one piece of certainty that you can psychologically rely on, and that is what I'm eating doesn't really change. Or at least what I'm eating I have eaten before. I know it's a known quantity. I know what it's going to be like. I know what it tastes like. There's no fear of the unknown, which obviously is a big problem for a lot of humans. So my plan is to eat for less than $10 Australian a day, and that's probably about $7 US. Not sure what other currencies would be, but that's a pretty cheap way to eat. So what I wanted to do is go to a normal supermarket and buy foods that are similar to what are in those buckets that will last for months, and could be rotated through a larder or a pantry. So you could be on a farm that's a long way from shopping, and these foods would be handy, and I don't want them to need lots of special extra ingredients. Like, if I think of a lot of the packet pasta and sauces that I grew up with in Australia, they need milk and margarine, or they need this or they need that. So I'm going with an MRE or ration pack style retort mylar bag that you can drop in hot water and heat almost, or it is the base for a meal. So like a carbonara sauce is one of them, and I'm interested to see whether if I mix that with some pasta, it becomes a meal of its own. It's not just tolerable, but it's something you could eat all the time. I've also included a little bit of fresh food there, because my assumption is that anytime this happens, whatever you've already got in the fridge, you've got. But I did dwindle what I've got in the fridge down to just a couple of fresh veggies. But yeah, there's no milk, there's no eggs, there's no bacon, there's no ham. So everything I've bought today needs to be maintained in my vehicle. I need to live entirely in the vehicle for this entire challenge. I can only camp at national parks or free camps, so I'm not allowed to go to caravan parks or anything like that that has power or running hot water. So all of that I have to generate myself. The state of my vehicle is what it is. This was almost a bit of a whim that I came up with. I had dinner last night with some friends, and I just camped in the car park of the hotel afterwards, because I had a few drinks, and I went, you know what, if I go right now, buy this food and go and spend the next at least week camping without topping up, I'm going to get a really good idea of this. But I think I can extend that to 2 weeks, because I get a small military pension every fortnight, so that brings me to that fortnight. I've got no other commitments in the next 14 days that I can't meet on the road. I'm interested to see what people think this challenge is going to be like, and I want you to ask as many questions as you can in the comments below, because I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks, I hope, filming this. And like, if you look at me, I'm a big boy, I carry a lot of weight, so I'm not going to starve, and certainly with the amount of food that I've bought, I don't think that's possible either. But if you're interested in following along, I'll try and post a video of what I cook each day, and let's see whether we can do this in a more than dry rice and beans fashion. We're not talking gourmet food, but I'm including shelf-stable fruit, shelf-stable vegetables, things that I can carry in my car the way it is. I've got solar on the roof, so I need that to be the entire source of power. I don't want to cook with gas. I'll cook with firewood, with that sustainable on the road bugging out thing. You might not have got your gas, you might run out. So I want to cook in a way that is renewable without me having to really think about it, and that's why I'm cooking with electric as much as I can, or on the flame of a open fire, or the little fire pit I've got, because I really want to see how long it can last without having to buy supplies. I want to know if I could sustain this for a longer period. All right, I'm going to sign off now. Leave your comments in below. Like and subscribe if that's the way you feel, because that way you'll definitely get the videos each time I post them. And I will post up the next video I do will be me unloading the groceries from the shopping cart and going through them and sort of just doing a slide, not a prep, but just laying them out so you can see what they are and get a good idea of what I could do over the next 2 weeks. I'd like to think I can drop a video each day, but with the nature of national parks and free camping, I don't know that that's going to be possible, but I will try that. All right, looking forward to giving this a go. Cheers.